Intonation. Speaking series. Topics covered: intonation, kinds of tone, falling intonation, rise intonation, fall rise intonation, rise fall intonation, and level intonation. Learning outcomes. By the end of this module, the learner will be able to identify the aspects of appropriate intonation in workplace conversations, follow some of the rules of intonation, use right intonation patterns of articulation. Finally, speak in a well-paced and cohesive manner. Intonation. When speaking, your voice goes up or down depending on the feeling you want to communicate. The pitch of the voice goes on changing, that is, the voice rises and falls. This variation in the way the voice rises and falls while you speak is called intonation. Intonation is like adding a musical touch to our spoken communication. It is the way our voice goes up and down when we articulate. It provides the clues that your facial expression would. It changes the main idea of what is said, going beyond the exact meaning of the words to indicate how the speaker feels. In simple words, we can say it is about how we speak out rather than what we speak out. Without intonation, your speech will sound very mechanical and robotic. Intonation. Intonation, the great stress. This is the manner of utterance, specifically the rise and fall in pitch of the voice in speech. And this is the definition given in Merriam-Webster. Let us see how we can intonate a given sentence. Raj is a poet. 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 So you can see the same sentence can be intonated by emphasizing on different words to give different meanings. Intonation is the variation of pitch in speech which is not used to distinguish words. This rise and fall in the pitch of the voice results in a change of volume or tone during speech. Intonation plays a very important role in conveying deeper meaning to a message. It also gives new information, that is, introduces new or unknown information. Example, the attachment contains the price details. Here, the emphasis is on the price details contained in the attachment. Intonation brings contrast. It specifies or differentiates between information. For example, the attachment contains the pricing details but not the warranty clause. So here the emphasis is on not the warranty clause but the pricing details which is within the attachment. Intonation attaches deeper meaning. Intonation can be also used to change to the meaning of the information. She is always late to work. Here the emphasis is on always, which says that she is never punctual. It helps to identify the exact connotation of the words or to show how the speaker is feeling at that moment. For example, I'm sure this is not the one. So the feeling of unsureness is emphasized here. So to summarize, we can say that intonation is the music behind the words, and we need to concentrate and listen not only to the words but also the music. Intonation practice. When speaking in English, the words we stress can change the underlying meaning of a sentence. Let's take a look at the following sentence. I don't believe Raj said that. Let us try to intonate by emphasizing on each of these words in the sentences given below. I don't believe Raj said that. Here the emphasis is on I. Someone else might believe, but I don't. I don't believe Raj said that. The emphasis is on I do not. I don't believe Raj said that. Again, it is about a disbelief. I can never believe Raj would say that. I don't believe Raj said that. It could be someone else, but not Raj. I don't believe Raj said that. He might have contemplated it, but actually having said that may not be possible. I don't believe Raj said that. He might have said something else, but not that. So you will get a clear understanding on how emphasis on a particular word changes the meaning of the sentence. Moving on, we have a few intonation practice sentences. Take a few minutes to practice your intonation by emphasizing on each of the particular words in the sentence. I'm sure you realize that the given sentences contain different meanings based on the words we stress on. Kinds of tones. Intonation is connected to pitch and pitch fluctuations. This means the pitch of the voice is continually in the process of either rising or falling while we talk. It never remains constant for more than a fraction of a second. In English speech, there is a certain pattern of voice movement called tone. Through tones, we can express our agreement, disagreement, etc. We have several tones of intonation, and several of these tones come into play in our pitch fluctuations. Falling tone, rise tone, fall rise tone, rise fall tone, and level tone. Falling intonation. Falling intonation consists of a fall in the pitch of the voice from a high level to a low level. It is the most commonly used tone, signals a sense of definiteness and closure. A speaker, by choosing a falling tone, is indicating that he has nothing additional to say and invites a response. Falling intonation includes WH questions such as what, who, how, where, why, etc. when said in a neutral way. For example, who were you talking to? It also includes a sentence or a question answerable by a sentence or a statement. For example, Ram says, "Have you attended the class?" And Sham says, "Yes, I have." It is understood that the question is answered and there is nothing more to be said. Falling tone practice. Some of the examples given here is for you to practice falling tone. Go and see the batch owner. Take a seat. I have informed your manager. You can go home now. What's the matter? Please sit down. I like it. It is nice. I am done. Let's go. Please take 15 seconds to repeat and practice falling tone. Rising intonation. This consists of a rise in the pitch from a low level to a high level. The rising pitch at the end of a sentence indicates that the speaker is waiting for a reply. It conveys an impression that something more is to follow. For example, I phoned them. The implication here is the lines were busy. You must write it down. Again, the inference is else you will forget. I have to leave now. The unsaid message is, but I'll call you later. Rising intonation can be used while listing things. Red, brown, green, yellow. John, Tom, Mary, Mona. It can be used in asking general questions. Can you help? Is it over? It may be used while encouraging someone. It won't hurt. You will get it right. Rising tone practice. Let us look at some sample sentences to practice rising tone. I don't know. This is not nice. Do you want some coffee? Can I speak to you now? You're going to be an actor. What did you say? She passed the exams. Are you serious? Please take 15 seconds to repeat these sentences and practice rising tone. Fall-rise tone consists of a fall from high to low and then a rise to the middle of the voice. This tone can be used either on one syllable or different syllables of a word or sentence. For example, that was nice of them. That was nice. Fall-rise tone displays limited agreement or a response with reservation, uncertainty, implications or doubt. For example, Mona says, I've heard the movie is good. Tina replies, you may be right. This is because Tina does not completely agree. Example 2. She is beautiful. Falling tone, meaning is explicit. She is beautiful. A fall-rise tone, perhaps she is beautiful but not very intelligent. Fall-rise tone practice. We again have a set of sentences for you to practice fall rise tone. Usually, he comes home at noon. A short trip to Goa would be great. If you meet him, give him my note. When I topped the class, I was thrilled. My sister is a doctor. She lives with me. He was in the army. Now he is retired. My dog is crazy. I'm done with him. We are late. We should leave now. Please take 15 seconds to practice fall rise tone with these sentences. Rise fall tone. This tone is used to express strong feelings of approval, disapproval, or surprise. It is a rarely used tone. For example, Asha says, "You wouldn't do an awful thing like that, would you?" And Binna replies, "No." Asha says, "Isn't the view lovely?" And Binna replies, "Yes." Level tone. This tone is neutral and uninterested. It is used in a limited context. It usually conveys a feeling of routine, uninteresting, or boring. For example, the teacher calling out the names of students in the attendance register. This is usually in a monotonous tone. A quick recap. Different types of tones. Falling intonation. It signals a sense of finality and completion. Rise intonation. Used while listing things. It's also used while encouraging someone, to convey an impression that something more is to follow, and in asking general questions. Fall rise intonation, to show limited agreement or response with reservation, uncertainty, or doubt. Rise fall intonation is used to convey strong feelings of approval, disapproval, or surprise. It is a rarely used tone. Finally, level intonation is neutral and uninterested and is used in a restricted context. Finally, a snapshot on a quick reference table that can be used to understand and practice the various tones. With this, we come to a conclusion on the module on intonation.